sir. I'm sorry.
Oh,
This is Mr.
hello.
Reed. Am I right? Can you
Yeah.
hear us, Sam?
Yes.
Good morning.
Good
Thank
morning.
you. Thank you, Gerson. Do you want to kind of do a
Greg's on the
soft
phone too.
introduction? Yeah.
Hello.
We got
Hello.
Greg. I
Good
got
morning.
Sam. I got Mr.
Morning.
Reed. Good morning. I'll let you take the lead, Greg.
Is it Sam?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
No, sir.
Good morning.
I want to introduce you to Richard Reed. Rich is part of our leadership team for funding all things GSXI projects. So I'm recommending that he establish your deal as a priority within what we're doing, within the list of projects that Garcon has presented to us. So I
Yes,
think
sir.
you're more ready to go. And politically, you got some things we could take advantage of on the ground as well. Just say hello to Richard, if you would, please, sir.
Yes, sir. How you doing, Richard?
Good. Yourself?
Rich, can you hear?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can
Yes,
hear you
sir.
now.
Yes,
Go
sir.
ahead, Rich.
Good. Yourself?
Oh, we're doing great. Nice to
Good.
meet you, sir.
Likewise. Can you give me a little 30,000 foot overview of the project?
Well, we've been here at the property for about 10 years.
Hmm.
It's 11 and a half acres. 6.5 is occupied, where we have a pavilion, a commercial kitchen, a church. We have 2 recording studios.
Hmm.
We have a conference room, an apartment, executive office, and livestock, from cows to horses to boarding horses, and as a ranch, and livestock, goats and sheep and all that. But the 5 acres on the other side that is platted, it was done, um, uh, where it was platted for 32 lots that are
Hmm.
4,000 square feet each.
Hmm.
We found out from the city of Houston, we just got the information back that we did the records report, that the bottom underneath infrastructure, the sewer tap has already been done.
Hmm. Oh, nice.
Um, yeah, and so the permits had been pulled. The engineer, we're looking to secure the engineering firm to find out what was owed, if anything, so we can, because we inherited not only that, or even the property when we took it over, and we paid it off in uh, August of last year, and then we did it with a hard money loan,
Hmm.
and I'm paying the interest only note on the 1.7 that we borrowed,
Hmm.
and so we have 4 payments left, and we're just trying to go ahead and pay that off,
Refi
and
it. Hmm.
get we can go ahead and get a construction loan so we can build. Our goal is to build with what I sent Greg, and Garson has a copy of it.
Hmm.
Our goal was to build. Um, uh, we have one builder. Not that we have to go exclusively with that builder,
Hmm.
but we have one builder that has plans, and they already are actively building uh, in the city, and they have a track record. But they were offering us $100 a square foot
Hmm.
to build at 1940 square foot, 2-story condos that would be East Mart, whereby uh, with 4 bedrooms, 2.5 bath, 2-car garage. They would have adjoining walls, and there would be 2 townhomes per lot per plat, and so that would give us 64
And what was the
instead
square
of
footage
32.
of those proposed?
1940.
1940. Okay.
19.
And those
Yes,
are
sir.
2 2s?
Um, 4 bedroom, two and a
Oh,
half bath,
four
2 car.
twos.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Hmm.
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
Yes, sir. And that would put us at, even with comps, we could get by, because they're going to be a millennial style. I mean, these are nice. I mean, they're not just something that you just throw up and cookie cutter, but they're really exclusive.
Mhm.
So at the minimum of 375, we should be able to get from 194,000 being built, we could get 375 on the list up to 399. You know,
Mm. Yeah, 400 per square foot. That's a good deal.
yes, sir.
Yeah. So let me ask this. So they have past performance, and
Yes, sir.
what is the amount that you're looking for as far as the project is concerned? Just so we can get
Well,
an
if
idea.
yeah, if we, because when we build, we're not going to build all at one time. So if we
Right.
could
You're phasing
deal
it.
with our phasing, we would want to be able to deal with infrastructure that's left, which we thought was going to be about 1.5 from the
Mm-hmm.
beginning. But now, since we found out that a portion of it has already been done,
Mm-hmm.
we may be looking at 750,000 max to being able to build 10
Mm-hmm. So let's just say an even
at a
one.
time. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
hmm
Okay. Okay. And then
And we would build
and
probably 10 at a time. Yeah.
okay. So okay, gotcha.
And then we would have, no doubt, the first one built as a model home. And that way it would be, and then have an office there. That way, when people come, we can have the model home and an office where we could. And then we also have relationships where we have some investors. They'll buy. They're known to buy 10 at a time. They'll just buy them in bulk because they
Outright.
want to sit on them and rent them out. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Did you get a contract from those gentlemen that
Uh,
they would, or a letter of interest, LOI?
for the for building.
For the bulk buyer, Sam.
But
Can
I'm
you
sorry,
get an LOI from him? Is what he's asking.
from the buyers that would buy the bulk.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I can work on that right away.
Because that will also be a nice bullet point or leverage for you.
Yes, sir.
Because we always try to put or leverage things in your favor.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's do this. I will give you a link, and it's just a basic input. You instead of putting 700, I would just say put 1M. And the reason I say put 1M is because if you don't need more, at least you have it there available, and you don't pay anything until you draw down on it.
Right.
Hmm.
Well, when you said 1M, that was because when you asked me, I guess on the first phase, I
Well, that
would
will
think
put
that
Sam. That should put your roads in and build your model unit. I'm
That's
just
okay,
too
advising.
skinny.
okay.
No. That's too skinny. That's just a roadmap to bankruptcy. Let's
Okay.
go with the transaction. 11 million on the top side, and let's just break it down to a schedule. Let's do a 3-year schedule that says you're gonna need 11 million worst case. Okay. Let them run at it because these guys are gonna operate off of zeros. 1 million, you're gonna go in the back room. 10 million, you could go to the living room at least. I mean, we've got it set up to where we
Listen to
might be able to
Greg.
fund this
Listen
thing
to Greg,
ourselves.
Sam.
Let's just move forward because we don't want to waste time. The time value on 1 million is just a zero short.
Yeah,
We need 10 million just
it
because of the
takes
time
just
value.
as much. Yeah, to your point, it takes the same amount of time whether you do 1 or 10.
Exactly.
Right,
So let's just
right.
go ahead and put it in there. Your numbers come down better with the builder. All our procurement supplies and everything will be better numbers. So let's just go with that.
Has the
Okay.
GC provided you a ballpark of the numbers for the total project or scope of work?
No,
No, but I can have all of that firmed up because if I
didn't we do that
based on
back with that first guy, Sam? We did a total project. Let me look
with
it up on my
with
emails.
with Hasham.
With Hasham, yeah, with Hasham and the other guy.
Yeah, I think we were looking at
Forward.
about 12 million
Well, then
because
let's.
the gross came out at about 20 with the list prices about 20 24 million for
Mhm.
64 units.
Yeah,
So
I'm
I think the
looking it
build
up
out was
right
about
now.
12.
So the guys who gonna buy it at 10 a pop is gonna allow you to mark up how much? Have you talked to them about that?
No,
I
no.
don't even know nobody needs to do that, Greg. They will sell like hotcakes in that
No, I
area.
understand that, Garcon, but in the fantasy world, that's reality. If he's got somebody that's buying 10 at least, then everything else is leverage. So you average up and average down. But the credibility of having that first 10 done, they'll throw money at him. If their
Yeah,
credibility is
yeah, yeah.
bankable.
Well, I would be just I would be in the thought process of about 350 for 10. If we're going 375, 399, we would go three. We start at 350 and have negotiation from there.
That's a
Mhm.
fair deal.
Yeah.
That's
Yes,
a
sir.
fair deal. You got three and a
Who
half
would
money
that email come from?
running. You got 3.5 million running, and you can make the rest of it happen from
Mhm.
there. That's a fair deal.
Mhm.
Sam, who would the
Set them
emails
up to
come?
rent to own, and then you could be the poster child for the solution.
Right.
So that's the biggest thing is the down payment for most people.
Mhm.
Solid buyers who just don't have the capacity to save that 10%, 20%. Because
And then
PMI whacks you as well. PMI is an extra $100, $150 a month for nothing.
we would also be able to deal with the um, uh, association for the homes and the maintenance service with our lawn business because we have a lawn care service. So
Mhm.
we would
Mhm.
we would be able to maintain that.
Mhm.
Sam, talk a little bit about your political connections with the city council, Martha, what's her name, and the other guy that's at large.
Yeah, Martha Cassix, she's in our district here in Hiram Clark area, Post Oak area, and we are tied in with her. In fact, Madison, she's an alumni of Madison High School. They have their events at the ranch here every year,
Mhm.
and not only that, Willie Davis. I'm a pastor of 30 years.
Mhm.
And Willie Davis is a friend of mine that is at large with Mayor Whitmire right now.
Mhm.
And so, and then from Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee to, people that we've worked with, and I've been involved in. We still house homeless men and women in the city. We've been involved in Hurricane Harvey relief, Katrina relief,
Mhm.
with people like Pastor Joel Osteen, and so we've been involved in touching the community. Pastor Rudy Rasmus, who has worked extensively with homelessness here in the city. Beyonce
Beyonce.
has attributed to the housing program with Destiny's Child. Matthew Knowles and I have been co-business partners together with my son.
Mhm.
So, because I'm a producer as well in music, so
Mhm.
those are the relationships that we have.
Mhm.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
want to do this big blowout event in Minute Maid on New Year's Eve to fight the homeless. It's kind of like We Are the World 3. It's a whole
Okay.
new level of kids out there, a whole other generation.
Mm-hmm.
We want to be able to step up and address homeless and veterans. The more veteran homeless as a percentage pool than anything.
Now,
Mm-hmm.
You just have a huge problem.
Mhm.
Women and men, veterans programs.
Now let me ask this: Are you getting subsidized by the state, federal, county, or city for those housing
No,
He
no,
programs?
can be. He
yeah,
can be if he wants it. Because I
yeah,
would
yeah,
strongly suggest
Wait.
it.
yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead. Uh-huh. So no at
Well,
this
we've
time.
always, yeah, no, not at
Okay.
this time. We've always been independent. A lot of times, the red tape and Rudy has been able to tap into that side of with grants and so forth.
Mhm.
But we've always been independent and working our way and paying our way due to the fact that we're not controlled, meaning
Okay.
we're independently able to stick with the agenda that God has given us, and
Mhm.
we've had success in it since 1994.
Mhm.
But the Inflation Reduction Act money, you can't turn it down. The infrastructure dollars, it's $2.5 trillion, and Biden is trying to get black votes. So the bottom line, if you got a blue island in the Red Sea, Joe Biden would be pointing to this as part of his strategy for black voters. Houston itself is a real target, real time. Now that we got a white mayor again, we're really on the hot seat in terms of that relationship, and we need property tax revenues. We need to have more encouragement to go to the land bank and build product like this. They had it all screwed up, and all the inside players done with Sylvester and all that nonsense. And now it's got to flip the script because the city is roughly $600 million in the hole on this operating budget, let alone before the firefighters' money start coming to the table. So that's why Chris Hollins, the comptroller, is starting to push back, because there's no way to pay off those bonds. That means that somebody, little old lady, gonna be looking at higher taxes and foreclosure. We don't need that. Already devastating our community with all these high water bills and all this faked up paperwork they've been doing to us. Now electricity is going through the yin yang with all these transmission fees and all of that. And our community is really getting whacked, man, that way. She's
Hey,
not.
Greg, I got to run
elected
for a meeting. So,
All right, buddy.
so at this point, how
We're
could
going 12
I
million on this
receive this
project.
summary?
Yeah,
And
we're
then,
going 12 million on the project. It's got soup to nuts control, and we want to
Yep.
go ahead on and get started with the first couple of million, right, Sammy?
Yes, sir.
can
All
I
right, let's
get,
roll, bro.
okay. So what I'll do is this, I will text you my email. There's and then you can reply back with the summary. I'll send you a link with a brief intake. It's about 8 questions, very simple. If you can
Yes,
fill
sir.
that, I can call you and then I'll fill it out for you as we're doing it over the phone. It'll take probably about 5 to 6 minutes.
Yes, sir.
Copy Sherry, Joyce, and Phyllis on whatever docs need to get done, because they can provide Sam with some help
Okay.
real time.
And then,
It's
yeah,
part of what we do.
absolutely. And is 832-878-8535 the best number or point of contact?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is your availability this morning or today?
I'll make myself available. All right.
Okay. Let me do a quick call, and then after that call, you'll be the next person, and we'll go over. And then if you can prepare those documents, I will provide an email. I'll copy. Gorson, do I have your email?
It's garsonsilvers@gmail.
Okay. And then I have Greg. So I'll shoot an email, and then you'll all have that, gentleman. And then once the information is received, typically it'll take about 10 business days, depending on how well your documentation is done, and we go from there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, well,
And then, of course,
Sam is straightforward. He's been out here a long time. We know how to get it done. So we'll
Thank you,
provide
Sam. Thank
backup
you,
and assistance to
Greg.
make it go even faster. The same thing with the Port Lavaca deal. We want to create this as a working model. We got this other one out in Katy. There's 400 and some houses. So we put all these together, man. We got something that's not a time waster for sure.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate
brother.
your time, gentlemen.
Appreciate it.
All right. Thank you, sir. Nice to meet you.
I'll
Yes,
forward
sir.
you out to the one in Beaumont, and I think that one's about 60 homes.
Yeah, let's
And you
get them
can
all
include
under
that in the email once you see it.
Yeah, let's get them all under the umbrella. Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye-bye, Jim.
All right, guys.